It's David
and Julia
from DJP Wrestling, and today we're doing match predictions for NXT Takeover New Orleans. First, we're going to start with the 6-man ladder match for the newly inaugurated North American Championship. The 6 participants are Lars Sullivan, Killian Dain, EC3, Ricochet, Adam Cole, and Velveteen Dream. Killian Dain and Lars Sullivan are gonna cancel each other out because they're in a feud.
They are?
I would say so. I don't think either of those big meaty guys are gonna win.
Adam Cole's not gonna win. I think EC3 is gonna win.
You think EC3 is gonna win? Why?
Because it gets set up a feud between him and Ricochet.
Yeah, it's always nice having a heel with the championship so that the face can chase him, and so you can have that glorious moment of the face beating the heel for a pop. On the other hand, I'm going to go with Velveteen Dream, the homegrown NXT boy, to win the title. He still fits the bill of being a heel that a face can chase. Perhaps set up a rivalry between Ricochet and Velveteen Dream. I think they could put on some really interesting matches, and I think it would help Velveteen Dream grow as a wrestler. So my official prediction is Velveteen Dream.
EC3.
Next match on the card we're going to predict is the
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals with Roderick Strong and the Bruiserweight versus AOP with the Undisputed Era.
So I say Adam Cole steps in. My prediction is that, given that happens, Undisputed Era retains.
I agree with that.
I just think AOP needs to move up to the main roster. They don't need the tag team championships. Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, way too fresh, not a real tag team. You stir up the fans by having Undisputed Era win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic despite having won no previous rounds. I think that's how you rub some heel heat onto a group. Then you have Adam Cole doing double duty, which is fine, because I think he's going to lose the ladder match before. And you may see your returning Bobby Fish if he's in good enough condition to be ringside.
The next match we're going to predict is the NXT Women's Championship match. Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler.
So this match breaks my heart, because Ember Moon is our girl. You've loved Ember Moon since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a big Ember Moon mark. You rubbed it off on me. I think Ember Moon's great. But you can't have this rematch so many times without Shayna Baszler winning. So I think it's going to be gross and dirty and rough and arm breaky, and everyone's going to feel real sad, but it's going to get a lot of heel heat on Shayna. She's going to be NXT Women's Champion. And then you're going to get a Dakota Kai filler feud. Dakota Kai is going to get destroyed, and then you're going to get the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane, to challenge Shayna Baszler in a long-term feud and ultimately take the title from her. Shayna Baszler moves up to the main roster.
I think also with Ember Moon, if she loses the match, I think she would get called up too. And possibly maybe have a feud with Asuka going back to their NXT days.
I'd like to see her topple Nia Jax. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I think later on, after the Kairi Sane feud with Shayna Baszler comes up, takes Raw Women's Championship away from Ember Moon, because that story's already built in from NXT. If she beats her at this pay-per-view for the NXT Women's title, that's when you get Ronda Rousey facing Shayna Baszler for the championship. She would be the most credible contender for it, being a fellow UFC fighter.
I agree. Shayna Baszler's going to take it home.
The next match we're going to predict is the NXT Men's Championship match. Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black. As much as we're fans over here at DJPW of Andrade Cien Almas, we're afraid that this is the time for him to drop the belt and come up to the main roster with Zelina Vega as his manager. It's a good act, he had a good run, but Aleister Black is red hot, he's the face of NXT right now, and it is his time to take that belt.
I agree. And I think you can only do Zelina Vega and Candice LeRae so many times. And with Johnny Gargano technically not being on the NXT roster anymore, I think that would fizzle out. And I think Aleister would be a great piece of the company.
Final match of the card, Johnny Gargano versus Tomasso Ciampa, blood feud unsanctioned match. They've been building this since TakeOver Chicago when they split up in the main event. It's red hot. Tomasso Ciampa's been injured for a long time. He's broke that crutch over Johnny Gargano twice, over a poster from the crowd ripped up of Johnny Gargano another time. I think this match is rearing up to be 5 stars. I think at least the ratings are going to be that way. We personally over here at DJPW have grown incredibly stale on Johnny Gargano. It's clear he's good at selling, and we'll give him that. That makes all of his matches pretty entertaining, but something about his personality on the mic is a little bit too pathetic to get behind.
He relies too much on the crowd reaction, and most of his promos in the recent months have just been him reacting to crowd support, and I think you can only rely on that to get fan attention so often.
Yeah, it's pretty true. And he seemingly has destroyed the beginning of Candice LeRae's career, making her solely dependent on him as a character, wearing t-shirts like Mrs. Johnny Wrestling. She's a superstar in her own right. She should be having matches of her own, demonstrating her own wrestling skill, but she's being diminished to a supporting role, an ancillary character in Johnny Gargano's narrative.
So for this match, I'm hoping we get a turn of events, and surprisingly, a Ciampa win.
Wow, that would be pretty interesting, and Tomasso Ciampa's doing some incredible heel work here. He's got so much heat on him. That original promo he did, where he took the one fan sign and ripped it out of nowhere before they turned it into a plant situation, where everybody had Johnny Gargano signs, that was pretty surprising. It was pretty amazing. Granted, they built it up to a really interesting angle, where he snatched away Johnny Gargano's sign while Johnny Gargano was hiding behind the sign. I still think that Johnny Gargano is going to take this one home. You're going to get the ceiling of the feud after so long, and you're going to get that sweet crowd pop reaction. This takes away the momentum of Tomasso Ciampa, but Tomasso Ciampa is still the most evil man on the planet, given what he's done.
Do they reinstate Johnny Gargano on NXT if he wins, or do they bring him up?
I think they reinstate him. I don't know what his future is after that, actually, at all.
North American Championship?
Maybe he goes after Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship, or
205 Live.
I doubt they'll bring him there. He's probably going to go after the North American Championship while he's reinstated, or go up to the main roster. Anyway, that was our predictions. Let us know what you think in the comments. We appreciate any feedback. Hope you have a great day.